The last topic I wanted to ask you about, and this could be a broad thing we could talk about, but I really want to relate it to you, and it's something that I say all the time, in that young players like yourself, as I got later in my career, you guys coming in had way more skills than us. And we just had Draymond on the show. We just had CP on the show. They talked a ton about the intellectual side of basketball, knowing the game. And one of the complaints or observations, depending on how you look at it, from my generation of player is that your generation of player can do way more things on the court than us, basketball-wise. Dribbling, step back, drop dribble, do a step, all that stuff. We were not trained from 13 on. We did not know how to do that. And some of us never picked that stuff up. I'll throw Draymond in there too. But the complaint, the observation is you guys can do all this stuff, but you don't know the game. And certainly there's always a learning curve for anybody entering the NBA because the NBA is so different than any college basketball or high school basketball. Where are you on that learning curve of knowing the game? Obviously, you came in with an incredible skill set, but where are you on that learning curve?
Honestly, I think I'm light years ahead of where I was the first day I walked through the door. And what I tell people is, as much as you learn from your coaches and the guy you watch film with and stuff, I learned a lot from players I play against. And I think coming out of college, like a 2-for-1, right? Everybody in the league knows end of the first, second, third quarter, whatever. If you got the ball with 40 seconds, you roughly want to shoot it around 30, 35, get a good shot so you can get the ball back. I had never heard of a 3-for-2. And the person I learned that from was Chris Paul. Like I learned that from hearing him say it when he was in, the first time I heard him say it was my third year. He was in OKC. And I asked him after the game, I was like, what the hell is a 3-for-2? He was like, basically you shoot it at 105, right? 105, 103. So then you get the ball back 2 more times. Like I literally asked him after the game, like, wow, you say what's up before you go to the locker room. And it's things like that like, it's so valuable because Chris Paul is one of the smartest players, right? Somebody that like you would love to have on your team, and I absolutely hate playing against. I hate playing against Chris. But it was like I just remember asking him that after the game of like after I was like, damn, like he really has this figured out. Because I had never heard of a 3-for-2. And he's been doing this for 17 years.
He's a real sicko.
He's a sicko. Do you feel like that this is one of the advantages of the Team USA experience? It's just being with all these guys and getting to just soak up knowledge from guys that like you probably know just from over the years playing against, but you're not necessarily like on the bus with and eating with and spending a significant amount of time with.
Yeah, that was the biggest reason I wanted to go play USA basketball, mainly for like, the guys that you compete against all the time. Now you get a chance to like get to know them, pick their brain a little bit and just spend time with them. It was a little tougher than I thought. I was a little naive of, we got Kevin Durant and Damian Lillard and Devin Booker and myself and Draymond and Bam, like, we just roll the ball out there. We're going to win. And shit, we lost. We lost, 2 games in Vegas, first game in Tokyo. But I think the off-the-court stuff of, obviously we were on lockdown, and our families couldn't come. So just being in the lounge with each other, playing cards, talking, sharing stories, being in a shoot around with Draymond and, he basically thinks he's the coach. But, he has that respect, and everybody, especially on the defensive end, is going to listen to, what he has to say. But, things like that, you can't put a price on this, how valuable that was.